Well, hello and welcome back, everybody. This is going to be kind of an insane week. I'm not quite sure what topics we're going to stay covering because there's a lot going on beyond pop culture and entertainment with things like the possible arrest of Donald Trump on Tuesday, and there's just a lot of craziness going on. Fauci trying to deflect to, the media trying to cover for Fauci with the whole raccoon dog thing, so that theory is being floated out there now. So let's talk first about this TikTok ban that's possibly going to happen. For anybody who's just managed to stay under a rock and not know about TikTok, I mean, God bless you, because you're probably the only one. But TikTok is just an app, a Chinese app that was basically hit its stride during 2020 when nobody could go anywhere, nobody could do anything, and people were just kind of stuck at home watching idiotic videos from a bunch of vapid nobodies online. And here we are now, where we have the top 20 most famous TikTok influencers in the world. And I hate that term influencer, because on one hand, it's like these people are nobodies. They're not important. They do nothing to add anything of value to society. And on the flip side of thing, they 100% are influencing millions of young people all around the world. So it is the appropriate term. I just despise it. So some of the examples, if you look at the top 20 here: Charlie D'Amelio, Bella Poarch, Addison Rae. These people, Dixie D'Amelio, they're all famous for like dancing videos and stuff. These cringe dances that they do. 141 million followers for Charlie D'Amelio on TikTok. This guy, KB Lame, he's the one, or KB Lame, I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. He's the guy that does the funny face videos with the reaction. It's kind of a funny meme thing he does. And then the rest of them are just like these idiots, these completely narcissistic, horrible, awful e-girls. People like Will Smith are in the top 5. The Rock, obviously, big social media presence and stuff. So that's just kind of where we are now. We have these TikTok influencers who are going to be affected by this possible ban. Well, the long and the short of it is, this ban that was floated by the Trump administration, which never really gained steam because he was instantly lambasted as being racist against Chinese people for wanting to ban a spyware app. Well, here we are now, where our government has banned it from any like congressional offices. It's, if you're a senator or a congressperson, you're not allowed to use TikTok. You're not allowed to have it on your phone because of the variety of ways that you can have your information stolen and then taken to a third party in another country. It's just not safe. It's not a smart thing to have on a government employee's phone. It's not a smart thing for any American citizen to have on their phone. Millions of people do it anyways, and nobody thinks about the possibility of having their information used for malevolent purposes. So here we have the U.S. government telling ByteDance, who is the main controlling party of TikTok, that they need to sell to a U.S.-based company to change the parent companies for TikTok, otherwise they'll ban it here in the States. Which would mean that a VPN wouldn't work, because they would literally take it off the app stores. They would remove it from Google, from Apple. They would even make it impossible for you to pretty sure there's ways that they could make it impossible to access even via browser. But long story short, there's a lot of information now out there that even if you've never had it on your phone, or if you have had it on your phone, and then you've gotten rid of the app, it's still stealing your information and sending it off. So apparently, this is from ABC News. It says a ban on TikTok in the United States or a sale of the app by its Chinese owner ByteDance will not resolve national security concerns or fears TikTok could be used to siphon Americans' data, according to a new cybersecurity report obtained by ABC News. The report from the cybersecurity company Ferroot said the app still has your data even if you've never used TikTok, and that's concerning. And it's collecting and transferring that data whether or not the app is deleted, according to the report. Quote, TikTok can be present on a website in pretty much any sector in the form of TikTok pixels or trackers, the report said. In many cases, the pixels or trackers immediately start executing and have little to nothing to do with the immediate business of the website owner. And this is really concerning, because these little pixel trackers, they're just floating around on these websites, and a lot of times it's not even something where you can give it permission, like authenticate cookies and verify that you're okay with the cookies, the trackers and stuff. They'll just start doing it in the background without you even knowing. And so, my first thought is, okay, that sounds really scary and all that they're using these cookies to steal your data and send it to China and Russia and who knows, God knows where. But Is it possible that other places, that the rest of the country is doing it as well, the rest of the world? And yes, this report says TikTok is not the only company that uses its pixels throughout the internet. The report found Google, Meta, and Microsoft, among others, use these trackers. So what this really boils down to is we don't want them using it, but we're okay doing this to our own citizens, doing it to other people. Which, again, is the hypocrisy of our modern democracy that we have, this authoritarian government that's okay spying on its own people, abusing its own people, taking away its own people's rights, but then criticizing other countries for the way they do business. And I am not a Chinese CCP, apologist. I despise the Communist Party of China, but our own country has its own flaws too. And my biggest concern with this banning of TikTok is that it will move on to other, let's say, local social media type platforms. Let's say Twitter or YouTube or Facebook. We already have enough censorship on these big tech platforms. Government interference and FBI involvement, and all these people inside that are searching and combing through your every tweet, every message, every DM that you send, anything that could be linked to possible terrorism and all that. So we already have enough of that going on in our own country from our own government. It kind of makes it seem like this is simply a way to get their foot in the door. Like, everyone's going to vote for this. Everyone's going to say, yeah, China's bad. Let's get rid of this app and stop letting them steal our data. But what happens when they used it to stop free speech on a platform like YouTube or Facebook? And again, these are not free speech platforms, but if they can use it, the excuse of privacy, security, all this stuff to ban TikTok, what stops them from banning a more free speech oriented platform? Let's say Gab or Getter or Parler, which is basically dead at this point, or even Rumble. I mean, what happens there? I mean, we've had situations where, yes, the BBC tells staff to delete TikTok. There's a list of countries that have already banned TikTok in some form or another. Taiwan bans it altogether, which is not surprising. But again, like I mentioned earlier, TikTok was banned on official devices in the House of Representatives. Again, they want their data protected, but they don't really care about yours, obviously. The European Commission bans it on government devices. Canada bans it on government devices. So Latvia, most of what you have is these countries around the world that are reacting from more of the governmental legislative approach, where they're like, well, we can't have our possible government devices being spied on, but we'll just let it kind of slide if it's just the the peons, the everyday citizen. And again, I don't like TikTok. I despise TikTok. I think it's a net negative for everybody. I think it just generates nothing but narcissistic personality disorders. I think it is not a good thing for our country to even have as a form of entertainment or as a quote social media app. But I do worry at the thought of our government restricting or banning it outright, because then what happens is, what do they do next? What do they come after next? So it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out this week. There's a lot of shit hitting the fan this week, so let's all pay a lot of attention, try to sort through what's real, what's not, and get to the bottom of some of this. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Until next time, peace.